What up? What up? Album review, man. Kid Cudi with Satellite Flight, The Journey to Mother Moon. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what the fuck this is. I remember when it was just gonna be an EP, and I think definitely it just should have been an EP because out of the 10 tracks, 4 of them is just like instrumentals. Now I don't know if he's gonna use those on the upcoming Man on the Moon 3 project, as far as putting this shit out online or in stores, I don't see it selling well. But projection of sales have been, from what I've seen, when March 5th hits, 90,000 copies have been sold or whatever. That's going to be the first week sales. I don't see how, man. 10 tracks, like I said, 4 of them is just beats, so it's like leave 6 tracks. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this project because I was actually hyped when I first heard like, oh yeah, he gonna have an EP. You know what I mean? Because the last thing we had was what was the last album he put out? Man on the Moon? No, not even Man on the Moon. I forget the name of that album. The one after Wizard. You know, and that shit was dope, but people, fronted on it. But I don't know what to say about this shit. I won't be buying it, and that's sad because at the end of the day, this is supposed to be the setup, the prequel to Man on the Moon 3. So I'm kind of understanding where he's going with it because all his albums, let's face it, is a story from the beginning. Man on the Moon 3, and you know what I mean. So it got a concept with it, even the Wizard album. But this shit just was weird. A lot of people they bash this nigga, right? They say he just like Wayne. He ain't been the same since he got off drugs or whatever. Like he's better on drugs. And I gotta say, certain artists do have that element about them to where if they're on using a substance, their music just seems to be so fucking great. But I will say that he does basically singing in this. I think it's probably a bar or two hidden in here, but basically he's just singing. Um, I won't say it's the best singing, you know what I mean? But far as wherever he was trying to go with this album, um, it will leave you for a loop. Especially when you listen to like the first song, Destination Mother Moon, and it's simply a instrumental, but it's not a bad instrumental. So you can kind of envision where he's gonna take it from the production point of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, what is this shit? Because I had seen somebody review on it, and I'm like, nah, he didn't really put out a project with just some songs and some instrumentals. So I was like, wow, you know what I mean? And people's gonna buy this. That's crazy. Do I think it's worth purchasing? No. But if you're a fan of a person's catalog, you need this in your collection to go with the catalog. So, I got basically all his albums except the Wizard joint. I couldn't find it. So, will I buy it? Most likely. 10 songs. It kind of legit because EPs are less than the album. So, this should probably be like $9 or $8, depending on how they gonna market it. But I haven't seen it nowhere. So, at the end of the day, I don't know. But like I was saying, Destination Mother Moon is sort of the beginning of where he's gonna go, and it goes into the next song, which is going to the ceremony. Um, the production was nice. I like the hook. His singing melody wise was on point. You know what I mean. So the lyrics and the subject matter was okay. So I wasn't mad at that. Satellite Flight, the little excerpt before it takes off. You know what I mean. Meaning a rocket ship or whatever going to the moon or some shit like that. So I think definitely that was pretty great. That beat, melody, and that hook, his lyrics and storytelling was pretty cool. You know what I mean? But then it goes into where I was hit with a brick wall with number 4, um, Copernicus landing or whatever. Number 4, basically, it was another instrumental, and I was thrown for a loop. Like, all right, wow, this is crazy. What is this? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you write in something, and then you write a paragraph and leave the middle section empty, and then you write again. So I guess he want people to fill in the blanks, but I'm just hoping that honestly he uses this production towards his next album, which will be released next year. But I didn't know what to say about that. Then the only feature on this project is Raphael Sadiq. Shout out to him. I was in high school when Tony, the group had came to my high school, but he wasn't there. You know what I mean? But Barmaid Jeans, you know what I mean? It's kind of a sexual record in a sense. The beat, the harmonizing from Raphael Sadiq was nice. The hook was cool. Definitely a good song. I have no problems with it. I'm not gonna front on it. And then it gets into Too Bad I Have to Destroy You, where to me that's just like a big fuck you to the haters. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think he throwing some shade towards Kanye West in that song. That's just me. You know what I mean? If you follow some of the interviews and things of that nature where he talks about his the contributed little verse to Yeezus album, which was an old verse, and Kanye just had it and put it on there, and yeah, so I definitely think that's towards good music. You know what I mean? Not everybody particularly, but definitely some people that threw shade towards him in a metaphorical way, and definitely Kanye West. That's just my opinion, but it definitely was a good song. You know, the production, you know, his words and everything like that was nice, so I had no problem with it. Internal Bleeding, number 7, it kind of is annoying when you first put it on, but then the beat kicks in with his melodies and gets into what he's saying, and then the hook. So it's not that bad, but it kind of is annoying type of production. You know what I mean? So you definitely got to have the ears to sit there and listen to it. It reminds you of certain shit on Yeezus. Number 8, In My Dream 2015. Um, it's just an instrumental with some kind of radio voice throughout the song. So I was like, okay. I do remember In My Dreams on it. I think his first album. So what I'm looking at, I think these are going to be productions on Man on the Moon 3 for the songs that don't have no song structure, just instrumentals. That's what I'm looking at, because if you see the title In My Dream 2015, Man on the Moon 3 come out in 2015. That's just what I'm predicting. Return of the Moon Man is another instrumental, you know what I mean? So that's back-to-back instrumentals, and then the last song, Trouble Boy, it's kind of depressing production, depressing song, with the lyrics and the hook, and it doesn't give you that good vibe, you know what I mean? It just gives you a very lonesome, strange vibe in a sense, you know. That's just me, but yeah, I can't say I enjoyed this because I was expecting more from when I first heard last year he was dropping an EP, but I can't say I'm disappointed either, because it just makes me look forward to the Man on the Moon 3 project, because part 1 and part 2 was phenomenal to me. And you know what I mean? I give it a 6 out of 10 at best. Like the 6 songs that were songs, you know what I mean? Production, I gave it a 6 out of 10. Because I like to hear finished products, you know what I mean? So definitely shout out to Kid Cudi, and I hope that Man on the Moon 3 is definitely worth it, because his fans have been waiting a cool minute. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think that he made better music when he was on coke, or does his music have a different vibe now that he's sober? I don't know. I just wanted to ask that question, but to me, I mean, it don't matter. I mean, to me, he hasn't changed since day one, as far as his music and his story that he want to get across to the world. You know what I mean? It's just a depressed person that goes through shit that can write songs and write music. And you gotta remember, his type of music, his type of style, Kanye bit off of, and a couple others notables. Y'all know who they are. So at the end of the day, I mean, shit, he doing something right. You feel me? And to sell 90,000 copies, I think he's independent now. I think that's a good feat, you know what I mean? And I think even the Wizard album, he was independent, because I think he got his like own label or whatever. So I mean, you can't knock him for that. You know, he's still a gold artist. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so y'all let me know what y'all think about the album. Will y'all be buying it, or y'all just waiting on Man on the Moon 3? All right, y'all, holla. One.